Yes, good evening. Welcome back to the Saturday Football Show. Myself, AGT, Big Qualms, and we got Nick in the building.
Yes,
a
sir.
bit of energy, boys.
Yes,
A bit of energy.
We're here for Saturday Football Show, people.
James Toon is on his way as well, but before he gets here, a quick reminder that today's show, as you can see on the screen, is brought to you by Rocket Mobile, people, right? You heard that right. We've teamed up with Rocket Mobile. The mobile phone plan for football fans in the UK. Do you know what I love about this? How many times, lads, are we at the game?
Yeah.
And there's no signal.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Every time.
You heard it here.
Every time.
Unlimited calls, texts, and data.
Wow.
It's the whole shebang, ladies and gents.
20 gigabytes of roaming data to use in the EU for, guess how much? Just how much
A
do you
tenner?
think it would
A
be?
fiver?
I've seen it, so I'll let Qualms have a guess.
A tenner?
16 quid, mate. So you should have gone. Yeah,
You should have higher.
But that is a very good deal. I thought it'd be around. I pay around 53. So 16
yeah,
quid a
that's
month.
decent.
Very
That's
good.
decent.
You get your perks, content, and other prizes when you make that switch. And this is EU wide.
Oh,
People.
wow.
So do scan that QR code or hit the link now to learn a little bit more about this great deal from Rocket Mobile. We're going to be working with them a little bit more on DR Sports throughout the season. So, where do we start, people? Well, there was no early kickoffs today, so chronologically, every game apart from this one and the Tottenham game, which is kicking off at 8 o'clock, kicked off at 3 p.m. today, which is a bit of a rarity. Brentford 3, Burnley 1, Man City 3. Phil Foden come in clutch there as they beat Leeds United at home. James Toon, the Leeds fan, will be here very, very shortly. Sunderland, what a comeback it is
amazing
from
game.
them after Tyler Adams' wonder goal from the
Amazing
halfway
game.
line. And we're currently sitting and watching this. Everton 1, Newcastle 4, and still probably a good 20 minutes to go in this one. When I was leaving Liverpool, 3:30 today, I saw all the Toon fans making noise on the way down to the Hill Dickinson Stadium. So no, it's good to see Everton back where they kind of belong a little bit.
Oh, and I'm
of
seeing some fans leaving the grounds.
Yeah,
seeing some
listen,
empty
man.
seats.
Listen, it's a
Early
Merseyside
doors.
thing this
Still
week.
time. I reckon there's still time.
I said still time. It's 4-1.
You never know, mate.
Never
Need
know,
another
right?
goal.
You've almost been the man of predictions on this show when it comes to Merseyside teams in recent weeks. So I wouldn't rule it out what he's just said. But Tottenham play Fulham, I should say, at 8 o'clock. I've got the lineups for you here. Vicario in goal in a 4-2-3-1 formation for both teams, allegedly. Porro, Danso, Van der Ven, and Udogi. Palhinha, Archie Gray. In his rightful position in central midfield, gets the start. Kudus, Bergvall, Richarlison, and fresh off the back of his brilliant goal against his parent club in the week. Colin Mwani starts, guys. So for Spurs, they've got Bentancur, Davis, Johnson, Kinski, Odegaard, Papa, Sarr, Simons on the bench, as is Jed Spence and Matthias Tell. For Fulham, though, it's Leno, Sessegnon, Bassi, Anderson, Tete, Burge, Iwobi, Chukwueze, King, who I'm liking the look of this season, Harry Wilson, who fresh from scoring a hat-trick for Wales as well, and Raul Jimenez up top. Tom Kearney, Tim Castagna, Cuenca, Lacombe, Lukic, Kevin, who again is a big money signing, maybe failed to deliver a little bit so far in the colours of Fulham, with Emil Smith-Rowe and Adama Traore on the bench for Fulham. This is going to be a good game.
Looks like it actually might be a good game.
We're going to be with you for just over the next hour. So when this game does kick off at 8 o'clock, maybe we'll catch the last. We'll catch the first bit of it at the last minutes of the show. But there's 76 minutes gone here at the Hill Dickinson, and it still remains 4-1 to Newcastle. What a first half it was for the Geordies in Merseyside. Boys, first of all, how are we? It's always important to ask that question.
Go on, Nick.
Yeah, good, man. Had a bit of Christmas festivities today. When I bought a tree, realised it was too big. Got to send it back and get a new one. So that's always fun. The height was good. It was just too thick.
Okay.
So yeah. Other than that, all good.
Lovely. James
There
Toon
he
is in
is.
the building.
He has arrived.
Nice to
How
see
are
you
you?
as
Yeah,
well.
not too bad.
All good.
Hello.
Pleasure.
All good.
We're going to get into your team very shortly, but
Hopefully not.
a couple of comments here. AGT has a glow on his face watching this game. Do I?
You do? You're looking. The skin's looking healthy, mate. The skin's.
I
looking
mean,
healthy.
for me, I can't be glowing until my team does the business
No, he's
tomorrow.
got to take the small wins as it is.
Yeah,
So he'll take the little wins.
I'm actually going to the game tomorrow, so we will speak about and preview the games on Sunday as well. Everton getting slapped up at home, says MCFC OK. Chelsea holding 4 tomorrow, says Super Son Sem. Again, massive game at the Bridge tomorrow, which we will dive into as well. Is it me or is it quiet, says JJM94. Are you talking about the Hill Dickinson or are you talking about the studio? The mics, the audio levels.
The levels.
Still can't get over that name for a stadium, mate. Goodison Park, iconic, man. They're getting rid of them, man.
It's crazy, but Newcastle on the attack here.
Yeah, I keep calling it Goodison again. Like just instincts kick in.
I actually did a shoot right outside the stadium last week in Liverpool, and it was, when you get somewhere and you go, oh, that's there. Brilliant. But no, listen, a fine piece of architecture, I'll be honest. It does look good
it is,
from the outside. So let's go then with Manchester City 3, Leeds 2. Again, James, we're going to go to you on this, but the headline says it was a very spirited comeback. 2-0 down away at the Etihad. Not many teams get a foothold in that game. And I guess Phil Foden finally shows up and gives us a first-minute goal and a 90-plus 1-minute goal to seal all 3 points for City. But from a Leeds point of view, can you take positives from that? Are you happy with the character shown, or does it just show up as another L on the record book?
I can take positives from it. I thought the first half was pretty woeful, but you're playing against Manchester City, so what can you expect when they turn it on? They turn it on. I don't think we offered too much in there, but then the second half, as you say, he changed formation in the game. Well, he started with a change of formation. Chance here, big chance.
5. Good save, Pickford. Back to you, James.
So we changed 5-3-2. Had Nemetra and Dominic Calvert-Lewin up front. I thought it was looking pretty decent. The second half, as I said, we came out a completely different team. But that's how we've been this year. We're a team of two halves. When we perform in the first half, the second half, we're usually pretty woeful. And it was a very spirited comeback. It was some of the best football I've seen us play all season for about 20, 30 minutes in that game. From about the 50th minute onwards up to about the 80th. We were pressing them really, really high. 88th minute, you could see we were going for the win. Goodmanson, our left wing back, is up there in left wing trying to press their centre back and try and get the ball up. It was really, really impressive at patches of the game. But then I'm also sat there and I'm like, listen, mate, it's another loss. And if you are going to survive in this league, I know you don't expect us to beat City, even though they're on pretty bad form right now. You've got to take some scalps to the big teams. You've got to compete. You've got to be able to do these things. And unfortunately, I'm sat there and I'm like, where was that 30 minutes against Brighton? Where are those 30 minutes against the winnable games that we had at the beginning of the season? So unfortunately, although we played well, although we fought well, if we're not going to get results soon, you do have to change the manager. And it's tough because I think the squad, isn't up to scratch. The transfer window isn't good enough. But unfortunately, if you're going to be sitting here all these times, like Villa last week, you played well. You performed really well in patches of the game. You're not scoring enough. You're not creating enough clear-cut chances. And you're not defending well enough. So
when you look at the formation, it was a 3-5-2. Farke actually decided to twist up a little bit and go with 2 up top, especially in the second half after the break. Brave decision. I mean, there's some gumption there shown by the manager, and I think that's what teams, in Leeds' position need. But, I mean, if they just hung on, I know there was 10 minutes of added time in this game, but if they had just hung on, Qualms, that could have been a brilliant point for them, couldn't it?
Yeah, no, it would have been fantastic. I'm just looking at them in the table, obviously, where they're sitting now, 18th. It would have been great, even if they just came away with a draw. It was kind of an uncharacteristic performance from Man City because they did control for the majority of the game, but I think it was more down to bad defending. When I look at the goals that were conceded, I think it was Guardiola just making silly mistakes. I think that between him and Nunes at the back, that right hand side of Man City is quite weak. And to be honest, fair play to Calvert-Lewin and that, he was staying alert and they managed to get a goal. So I just feel like mentally City are struggling, and you can kind of look at through Pep's or listen to what Pep is saying, especially in the week. The loss to Leverkusen as well was a bit of a shock. Yes, he made changes, but this is not the Man City that I once knew of being dominant, not only in Europe, but in the Premier League. I would have expected them to kind of, no disrespect, but wipe the floor with Leeds at home. But, credit to Leeds, they showed a little bit of fight. It will give them a big positive. But then I'm also looking at the next few games. Obviously,
Yeah, not pretty.
It's not pretty at all.
Chelsea and Liverpool.
Chelsea and
in
Liverpool.
6 days, yeah.
Chelsea at home, Liverpool at home, Brentford away.
Easy win for Leeds against Liverpool.
The only
Is it,
advantage
mate?
is that they're at home, so maybe they can turn Ellen Road into their fortress. You know,
I mean, and it has been. If you look at the record, like it's 1 or 2 defeats in the last 20 odd games, and you know, I've got a very close Leeds mate, Cal, and whenever I want to get a bit of insight, you know, I get in touch with him, and he thinks that they're almost starting to lose patience with the manager a little bit here.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't massively backed in the summer, so you can't really say that. You know, they've really gone out there and shown their intentions, and they've got behind the manager. A couple of, you know, decent signings in Longstaff and obviously Calvert-Lewin, who scores today. But how internally are the Leeds fans feeling about the manager right now?
Okay, so the Leeds fans originally, even last season, they were calling for his head before we got promoted because he's made a consistent string of the same mistakes that you're seeing time and time again. When I look at him, we don't have a style of play. We don't look at like a Sean Dyche side and you're like, okay, they're going to sit compact in a low block, they're going to spring you on the counter-attack. It's not like a Bielsa Leeds, they're going to play tiki-taka football and ping the ball around you. When you come up against Leeds, like Arsenal, you come up against Leeds, what you think, like, what's their style of play? What are you scared of? Are we going to be tough to break down? Are we going to hit you on the transition really quickly? Are we going to control a lot of the ball? What are you actually looking at us like we have to defeat? We don't have a style of play and haven't for a long time. His substitutions always happen way too late. And it was about 30-40%, you know, the vocal minority that were kind of calling for him. But as the season's got on, at the beginning he had leeway because our signings were not good enough. The squad isn't good enough. But as it's going on more and more, you're seeing a huge shift across the fan base with a lot more people. I'd say the majority of people I speak to now are saying, even if, like, you know what, credit to you, you got us 100 points last year, you got us promoted. But if things aren't changing, the buck has to stop at the manager at the end of the day. You can't get rid of all these players, even though you want to bring in better ones. The manager has to be getting more out of them. And we're in a bad position. I've seen this story before with Leeds, where things just slowly unravel. The only problem you're in is you don't have anyone else to bring in.
Yeah.
Brendan Rodgers is our only real option to bring in as a manager. You don't have managers out there. No, I wouldn't take Stevie G, mate. The two top managers that we could have brought in were Nuno and Dyche, and they've both been taken up.
Nick, when you look at what this means for City, I mean, on the 90th minute, they were 6 points adrift of Arsenal. They obviously get the goal, which wins them the game. Level on points with Chelsea now. Both London clubs have got the game in hand, obviously, tomorrow. But this isn't the Man City that we've grown to know. I would say grown to love. It definitely isn't. We've grown to know them in the last, you know, obviously since Pep's been there. And I think when you look at the lack of control, the mistakes that they're making in these games, I mean, the penalty is so silly from Vardio, isn't it? After he scores a goal. But, well, I mean, if you're Arsenal right now and you're watching that, how are you feeling?
Comfortable. Very, very comfortable. I said this before the show. I said, even if Arsenal slip up, there's no one that I think that can step up to really go and take an advantage of their slip up. This City side right now, I mean, look at that. So first half, for example, right? 14 shots, 2.3 expected goals created. Second half, 4 shots, 0.3 created. That right there shows you that what you just said there, the lack of control that they've now got, and there's so many mistakes now in this City team. And I actually have to look a little bit at the recruitment. They spent a lot of money, and I'm kind of looking. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. They spent a lot of money, and I kind of go like, where's it gone? And when I look at even this starting 11 here, in Mateus Nunes, in probably Guardiola, in O'Reilly, who's young. I have to say, I'll caveat that by saying he's young. Nico Gonzalez. Those right there are sort of 4 or 5 players just from this starting 11 where I look at them and think they're not. Even Reinders, I wouldn't call them sort of, you know, mentality monsters or something like winners. There's mistakes there. There's too many mistakes. There's a bit of immaturity in the way they play. So yeah, it's really not the City of old. The one, I guess, good thing about today is that they've scored 3 goals and Haaland didn't score any of them.
That's my next question.
Yeah, so at least
that's a positive.
And Foden's performance is a real positive. There was one chance where he took the corner. It kind of comes back out at him at a really dodgy angle. He takes the shot first time. That I haven't seen from Phil Foden a little bit. The confidence just to go, this is a really difficult angle to even try and shoot, but I'll try anyway. So his performance was really good, and he obviously dug out the win for them with the goal right at the end. But yeah, if you're a City fan, I just feel like you're in this sort of weird place of, yeah, we'll get top 4, but we're not going to challenge for the title. We're not going to win anything major. And yeah, like I said earlier, look at the recruitment. Even someone like a Donnarumma, I think I kind of get it, but I kind of don't at the same time. You know what I mean?
It was a last-second one, wasn't it? It was available. Let's bring him in, and you can't really turn that down. If any club offered Donnarumma on a late, you're not going to say no to
it. But it doesn't fit the whole Pep model of a goalkeeper. And it's like, to me, it's kind of, I'm not disrespecting Donnarumma, but when you look at Edison, the level that he was, not just as a keeper, but as, you know, a footballing ability, able to pass the ball distribution-wise, it's kind of, in bringing in Donnarumma, it's kind of pegged them back a little as well. I feel that. But he seems like he can get got out as well, Donnarumma. You know, in terms of the goals that he's conceding,
the set pieces as well. He's there to be bullied physically. He doesn't like the contact.
You would expect
him. No, you would expect him to be more dominant in the box. But yeah, no, it's interesting that Haaland didn't.
Great shot stopper though. Saved a great penalty again today as well. Just happened to palm it straight down to the centre.
It just doesn't feel like
MCFC in the chat says we weren't good in the second half today, but a late winner can help with the momentum going forward. Nunes frustrates me so much. He does so well going forward. Got the assist for the first goal, but then he always has a bozo moment in him. I mean, there was obviously the bozo moment from him. There was one from the Vardiol challenge in the box. Yeah, I mean, look, it's a win. I think they just try and improve and almost move on from this game as quick as they can because, again, you know, there were some really nervy moments in there. And actually, it's a tough one for Leeds because I have to give them credit for fighting back.
Yeah, 100%.
And if they did hang on to that, I think the conversation around this game is so different.
A lot more different.
However,
but then why do you wait until those positions before you decide to start playing football? And I've seen it so many times this year. You wait until your back is fully against the wall and there's nothing to lose to where they actually start clicking and having some intensity in their play. And City at times handed that to us with the way they stepped off and we came forward with a new energy in the second half. It was a mix of both. And that's the thing I would say about this City side as well, is as you say, for me, it's not holding out consistent 90-minute performances. They're very hit and miss. And like at times that second half was a basketball game. It was completely back and forth, scattergun, and you don't expect that from City. Usually they're controlling games and pinning you in the ball. Just penning you in. They'll have 5 minutes of that, and then they'll have another 5 minutes where you're catching them quickly on the break. And as you said, that left side defensively, a lot of our great attacks came down our right-hand side.
Just before we move on, how long does Farke have to almost turn this around? 18th at the minute. We know that once you get into a bit of a rut and, you know, it's tough down there, it can go from 19th to 20th very quickly. But what do you want to see happen? Do you want him to stay? And, I mean, how long has he got?
Listen, for me, as I said, I'm not someone to call for the head of the manager. And I don't think the squad's good enough. He said in the summer, I need more players. He didn't get them. But he's got until Liverpool. He's got until Liverpool. And a lot of the talking before these...
Liverpool.
Well, that's the thing. No, but that's the thing. Before that game, people wanted his head before Villa, during the international break. And there was just cause to get rid of him because the squad wasn't performing. And most people were kind of like, okay... And there was murmurings of the board even saying some people say that they said he had until City and some people said he had until Liverpool. 4 games, which was Villa, City, Chelsea, Liverpool. Because number one, you probably don't want to bring a new manager in and go through those 4 games and have him have 3 out of 4 defeats on the go. And number two, we're getting into that latter point of the season. And our Christmas period at the end of Christmas is just as unforgiving as it is now. So for me, if we can't get anything out of Chelsea and Liverpool, if we can't see a big turnaround consistent. It is tough games, and that's the reality of football. But at the end of the day, he didn't take his opportunity at the beginning of the season where we had a very easy run. You're losing to Burnley. You're losing to sides in and around you. You're losing to Forest. You're losing to Brighton when they were near us. So you've kind of asked for it at this point. So it's tough. But for me, we'll assess it at the end of the Liverpool game. Maybe I'm sat here in a week's time and he's done the unthinkable and beaten Chelsea and Liverpool and he's back in the driver's seat. You never know.
Thing is as well, even after Chelsea, Liverpool, it doesn't get any easier. It's Brentford away, Crystal Palace at home, not too bad. Sunderland away, Liverpool away, Man United at home, Newcastle away.
That's what I'm saying. That's why you need to make a change. Yeah, we do. Yeah, and
Well,
when we play you
that
again,
happens,
we've
yeah, it
got
does,
United
kinda
in that
flip the
equation
fixtures
as well.
flip on
2
themselves.
5:30 kickoffs.
That's what I'm saying. The beginning of our December and the end of our December is the worst patch of the season for us.
Tough period.
So you can't let Fark just carry on if things aren't changing and then go and.
Otherwise, he might be farked off.
Yeah, well, I think to be honest, mate, Saturday.
So can't get me for that.
Saturday could be the El Sacico, mate.
El Sacico
between our two clubs.
Leeds could have Pep and still get relegated. They have such a poor side, says Red 5. David T MUFC says we lost to these man last week. Amarim's bleeding us. Leeds fans are deluded. This is their level. Yo-yo club. This Red 5 has got it in for Leeds. They're all coming.
It's fair enough, mate. But I have the delusions of grandeur, as you do, being a Liverpool fan. You know, seeing the history of the 70s, the 60s, the 80s. Yeah, a little bit different. You haven't had to watch your team in League One, you know, as much as they have in the Prem. But you know, unfortunately now I'm resigned to the fact we are
20 minutes
poor.
on Leeds there, though. It's a good little
Deep
dive into Leeds. Next up, we have for you Brentford 3, Burnley 1. Igor Thiago. I think I predicted him to score in this game on Thursday's show. It was one of those games where nothing was happening until the 81st minute, and then everything happened from the 81st minute onwards. 0-0 up until that point. 2 penalties in the game. Igor Thiago gets the 86th minute penalty to make it 2-1 after his first goal. Fleming, he's now notching up a few goals for Burnley. He's almost their main man at the minute.
You were talking about him a few weeks ago on the show, actually.
Good
He
player.
scored 2 goals against Sunderland,
It
maybe?
was 2 goals against Wolves.
There you go.
Okay.
Away
good
to
finishes
Wolves.
as well.
Yeah, it was.
So he gets that 85th minute equaliser, but this Igor Thiago fella, I think that's 13 now in the season.
It's 13 in the season, and it's 5 in the last 3.
Yeah.
So he's taken off, and I mean, he's scoring at home. Well, Brentford do really well at home anyway, but he's also grabbing a few away from home as well.
Yeah.
He's one of those strikers where, and I mean this in the best way, he's a lump. But do you know what I mean by that? Like
Remember when I
he's a
compared
problem.
him 3 weeks ago to Troy Deeney and everyone laughed at me?
You're
And
not
that's
laughing
not an
now.
insult, by the
laughed.
way.
I wouldn't
Physically,
laugh.
No, listen,
That's a
man.
compliment.
He's more
He'll get you
mobile
16 goals, 17
he's
goals.
more,
That's
he's
what
more
in
mobile.
his pomp.
He's
Yeah.
more mobile than a Troy
But I know what
Deeney.
you mean.
Yeah.
I like
He's a
his
big lad.
finishing.
He's a big lad. He's a handful.
bully.
He is a
He was
handful.
bully.
almost
Yeah.
underrate him a little bit, I think.
Well, we didn't really know what he was
Yeah.
because obviously he had come from, I want to say Russia, I think he came from before. And obviously he was injured in his first season, so we didn't see him. So this is kind of the first time in the Premier League we're properly seeing him.
Yeah.
And he's taken off. I mean,
He's
he's
only
second.
24 as well.
Where did he come
Doesn't
from
look it,
before?
does
Was
he?
was it,
He was Club Brugge.
Oh, Club Brugge. Club Brugge. First.
Not, I mean, his career so far, he's from Brazil. Cruzeiro, Ludogorets, Club Brugge and Brentford. I mean, he's not actually played more than 60 games for a club, but as things stand, it's actually, I've just looked up, it's 11 goals.
11 goals in
in
13
the
games,
season, which, I mean, if he keeps that up, they're going to be more than okay.
Yeah.
And I see on the assist sheet, Jordan Henderson
Yeah.
whipping balls in the 92nd minute, and a great assist for
Renaissance.
I
Utara.
told you, it's about the small wins.
Renaissance, man.
It's the small wins right now.
Kelleher, great save as well.
Yeah.
Sepp Vandenberg.
Bring him back, mate.
Yeah, you want them. They need
Fabio
him, yeah.
Carvalho.
You know what as well? Keith Andrews deserves quite a bit of credit
Oh,
because
massive.
because I was one of those where like eyebrows
wrote him
raised when he was like appointed. Like I was
Yeah.
very like skeptical. But I mean, at home they're only third in the home table. Only City are above them and Arsenal.
Wow.
And Arsenal at the same points as them. Granted, they played one game less.
Yeah.
But away from home, they're terrible. They're like 16th.
Yeah.
But that home form is really keeping them at
It's
it
a
now.
fortress, isn't it? I was listening to him after the game, and he spoke very highly of Igor as well. And he said, like, first half, he wasn't really impactful, so he asked him to kind of put himself a bit about a bit more. But I loved that finish. Obviously, I think it was a great cross in, and then the ball bounced towards him, and he had to hit on a half volley, and it rifled it into the top corner. But yeah, Brentford always seem to find these kind of strikers, or they find players.
Their policy, and I saw it in
Really,
the
really
Championship
good.
even when they were there. They were first building, and they had that whole money ball philosophy. Their recruitment strategy is
fantastic.
actually second to none,
Mate.
and it's like I look at it very similar to Brighton in a way. Where
Yeah.
at times it's like it doesn't matter what manager you have in there. Like when they brought Andrews in and when they lost the players they did, I thought, you know what, I'm tipping them for relegation. And it's similar to when Brighton lost Potter and everyone thought, it's going to fall apart. They bring De Zerbi in and they carry on with the same philosophy. They implement the same style of play. They bring in new players. I'm just so impressed with them, and it's hard to see how they won't be a consistent Premier League outfit with this kind of boardroom philosophy they have. The whole club just seems to be one.
So fantastic. Yeah, Nick's right about Keith Andrews, because I didn't think he would last in the Brentford job. I thought he was just kind of like a stopping type of manager for the time being, but he seems like he's really cemented himself there. And rightfully so. So it was a great win for them. Great win.
And I think he's just kind of continued on the work of Thomas Frank. He hasn't really tried to make any drastic changes. The stable kind of approach to games is already there. It's that sort of pragmatic, good on set pieces, functional, direct when they need to be as well. You look at someone like Damsgaard, for example. I think it was their third goal where he just picked it up in midfield and just went for it and played the ball through. But really technical, really good on the ball. Even like someone like Ouattara as well. Same again, Ouattara, really quick, direct.
Coyote as well, the right back as well.
They've got some
throws. I remember him.
So they'll be fine.
Thiago though, right? When we're talking about the World Cup coming up, I mean, he is Brazilian. He is 24, and he is hoping that Carlo Ancelotti has been noticing these impressive displays this season. I mean, only Haaland has more goals than him. He's yet to be capped by Brazil. And we know at the minute Brazil's striking options
not great,
not fantastic.
Not like Richarlison is
in general, Brazil aren't. I mean, they're still called Brazil, and they've still got massive names there. But I think he could be. Could he be in with the shout?
It could be, yeah. No, why not? Why not? I mean, I know Esteval is obviously the main talking point. I saw highlights of Neymar still injured, but he managed to do something for Santos. Brazil are at a kind of transitional stage where, you need to see some new superstars emerge, and you never know. They do have those kind of players that kind of are unearthed through World Cups and whatnot, or leading into World Cups. So maybe Thiago could be one of them, where people don't really think he's going to do much. I didn't think he would do much this season. So for him to be scoring 9 goals in the Prem so far is fantastic. But,
I think impact sub-wise, I think definitely he'll get himself on the bench and then he'll get minutes, and then it's a matter of whether he takes them. I don't see... I don't know, with Brazil, the name values, everything, the identity. I don't see him sliding straight in, number 9 for the World Cup.
More than Richarlison.
No, definitely. I think impact.
I think Richarlison...
No, but I think Richarlison will still.
Do you reckon?
Because he's got that magic moment in him, which you kind of need in a World Cup. But I definitely think he will be in the squad.
I was at that game when Richarlison scored 2 wonder goals against Serbia, I think it was. When they needed the win as well.
Watch him score tonight as well, Richarlison.
Man, that's that Dilba kebabs flowing through his veins, mate.
He's been bagging a few.
He was spotted in there a couple of weeks ago.
Was he?
Yeah, someone told me.
From Barnet, there's a kebab shop called Dilba. It's been there.
Yeah, apparently it was after the Man United Spurs game. Someone said they spotted him in Dilba kebabs. Allegedly, at 3 a.m.
3 a.m.
Allegedly.
Times now.
Allegedly.
He will
That's
live
what I've
around
been told.
there, though, won't he? He will live in the area.
Can't knock a Dilbas, mate. That's why he's scoring all these wonder goals.
Other kebab shops are available, but the Barnet boys love a Dilba. I'll be honest. Brentford 3, Burnley 1. Yeah, brilliant home victory. That makes it 5 home wins now for Brentford. This game, Sunderland. A lot of comebacks, a lot of goals today in the Prem. Yeah. Sunderland 3, Bournemouth 2.
Great game.
Great game. Again, 15 minutes in. The Cherries are on cloud 9. Adley, decent finish. Wrong foot's the defender, and Adams. I mean, you can talk about this goal. He used to play for you. What a strike that is to have. I mean, if you watch it back, it's not. He doesn't ever rush it.
No,
because he probably can shoot from further back, but he takes that extra touch as almost to get his momentum to make that strike. I mean, if you're the keeper, it's your absolute nightmare, isn't it? Seeing someone shoot from there and scramble it. My dad always told me when I was playing football, no one's quicker than the ball. No one is quicker than the ball. So for him to one, take that opportunity and shoot from that far out, but 2, for it to go in.
Yeah,
I mean they were in dreamland 15 minutes in.
Yeah, they were. And it was a phenomenal strike, phenomenal goal, and he's got that in his locker. Tyler Adams, he really has got that in his locker. I saw it at Leeds. Like he's almost a Caicedo in a way. The way he can rifle goals in. You wouldn't expect it from him with the position he plays on the pitch, and he's had a lot of injury problems. He was actually heavily criticised when he first went over to Bournemouth. They signed him injured, but he's actually been really, really good this season, and he's rekindling a lot of form. He was our one bright spark when we got relegated, Tyler Adams. And I think Bournemouth's midfield is really, really a top midfield. It's no surprise where they are in the country. And as you say, man, he's got that gambling.
Captain, isn't he?
Yes.
And he's been US captain from quite young, actually. And he's been credited like amongst the US coaches as being one of the more like sort of
he's very
mature,
confident.
Confident, but also quite mature for his age. Kind of stepping up as one of the US players who have gone out to Europe quite early on and got that experience. So he's rated quite highly.
He is, and he rates
teammates.
Himself, as you say, with those kind of strikes. He rates himself in those positions. He's very confident and controlled. A lot of people used to label him arrogant back in the day, especially while he was at Leeds. It didn't rub it up the same way. I personally like a bit of that, and I think you need that in a player. You need 100%. That arrogance, that confidence, that swagger to take those shots from tight angles when you don't think it's going to go in. Be like, you know what? Even if I get stick for it, I'm going to be the man who's going to take that gamble. And he really is, man. He's a top midfielder.
And then it all went wrong.
Then it did. Unfortunately.
Flying. And then Enzo Lafy gets a 30th minute penalty. Traore and Brobby, who obviously got that late equaliser against
What a
Arsenal.
signing he is.
He's another guy, He's
Signing
another one that you didn't really
man.
expect, but his physicality, his presence, his sheer presence, it's kind of like a Yakubu.
I do think the defending is a little bit criminal for the second and third goal, though. For Bournemouth. The first one, or the second goal for Traore, I mean, it looks like he's going to go far post. The keeper gets way too easily beaten.
Yeah.
Brilliant assist from Granit Xhaka, who just reverses the play. And Brobby gets the winner. And again, no one on the near post. Defending from a corner, I think. I mean, that's basics. Front and back post, have someone standing on there for a corner, no?
Yeah, I think you're going to get that a little bit with Iraola in terms of like he is quite a forward-thinking first manager. He reminds me of why is his name escapes me? Barcelona manager, Flick. Yeah, he reminds me of Hansi Flick in terms of like, despite the game state, he's always quite forward-thinking, always quite high press, high line kind of manager. So you will get that. Even like someone like a Tyler Adams who plays quite deep for Bournemouth, I would say a lot of his good traits are actually going forward more than they are defensive. So you are going to get that a little bit with this Bournemouth team. But again, Sunderland. Again at home.
They're unbeaten at home, innit?
Are they?
I think they're unbeaten on home. They've collected the most points as well at home. 15 according.
That's brilliant.
To the BBC. No, they're really good. Formidable side. I did say after we managed to get, or we didn't get something, we lost our lead, and obviously they equalised at the Stadium of Light. Many teams are going to go there and they're going to struggle. Yeah. They are going to struggle because they are the real deal. Fantastic players as well. Fantastic players, great setup, good comeback, but it was unexpected. I'm really disappointed with Bournemouth because they were more or less in control of the game in the sense going 2 up. Areola's more focused on the referee's decisions in the sense of he said that how he couldn't give a foul before one of the goals that they conceded.
Who said that?
Areola.
Did he?
Yeah. So he's more focused on the referee, but for me, I'd be more peed off with my players. Because, discipline-wise, I think Cook, he got sent off as well.
96
minute. 96 minute. Silly elbow. Yeah. It looked intentional as well. I don't know what you guys think about it.
I think it's a red card.
Yeah, it looked like, because he looked at the player. He looked at the player.
Do you know what? You could get away with them 20 years ago.
Yeah.
There wasn't the VAR. There wasn't how many cameras in the ground. You could actually...
there was a lot you get away with. Little ones like that.
It was quite malicious. So, disappointing for them.
Some turnaround that for Sunderland though to be that. I mean that's the danger, isn't it? In the Premier League, you go 2-0 up away from home, 15 minutes in.
Anything can happen.
And you're thinking, right, let's get a third, let's get a fourth. But how wrong was Iraola?
But also, that's where I think Iraola can be learn a little bit in terms of like there's moments where you can be a little bit more pragmatic. Yeah. Like recognise the game state and maybe drop your line a little bit. Which is when he's being touted for top jobs. That's something that's gonna that's gonna hurt you. So
is it though? Because I think for the top managers, and if that's where he's set his stamp to be, sometimes you need a bit of that ignorance, man. I think you forget Plan B, make Plan A better. That's the thing. You've got to stick to your philosophy. You've got to be a bit arrogant with it.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe you're right. And I could definitely see him at Liverpool though. in terms of, because I think the way he sees football matches what Liverpool fans will want to see, given the era they had with Klopp and stuff. So I think it matches up quite well.
But I don't think it's, obviously, I know we'll quickly touch on Liverpool at some point, but I don't think it's to do with the managers. I just think at the moment now it's the players themselves.
Oh, no, I agree.
They're letting them down.
We'll get to that, for sure.
We'll get on to that. But yeah, brilliant
Sunderland,
result for the Black Cats.
Up into 4th now as well. 22 points, 1 point off Chelsea, 3 points off City.
They're still there.
Really well.
They're still really well.
Fantastic. So in the game at Man City, Foden scores within the first minute, quickest Premier League goal of the season, and then Malik Chow goes, nah. No. I'll get the quickest goal of the Premier League season. Hold that. 4-1 Newcastle in the end. Malik Chow with 2, who I think, most Newcastle and rival fans are liking the look of this kid. Lewis Miley back in amongst the goals. Elanga finally gets a GA, gets an assist. Voltemada gets another goal. Dewsbury Hall obviously, tried his best, and he's maybe been one of the standout players for Everton this season. But I mean, we just saw the game finish there. Stadium was emptying from the second half, really, and Newcastle had actually failed to win any of their previous 9 away games.
Wow!
So that's needed for the Geordies, isn't it?
Yeah. If you asked me before who would win that game, especially off the back of Everton getting a win against Man United, I would have said Everton would definitely give Newcastle a beating. But fair play to Newcastle. There's been a little bit. I've been speaking to a few fans, Newcastle fans.
Clinton.
Yeah, no, not even Clinton. One of my boys, G. Shout out to GB. He was talking about people obviously calling for Eddie Howe. And he's heard, is he the guy for the job? Is he the one that's going to lead them? Especially the game in the Champions League game in the week. Aubameyang scored a fantastic goal. No, I think the players kind of stood up today. I think Voltemada, the signings that they've got, and obviously Malik Chow, who's a fantastic centre back. I watched him against us. Really, really good defender. Very, very powerful in the air. Reads the game well. Can recover well, and he's just kind of slotted into that team. So you see the differences in the sense of Newcastle have brought in players, and that has obviously elevated the game. Liverpool, on the other hand, have brought in players. I'm not just digging you lot out. It's just because you're in the back of my mind right now, Liverpool.
We're always in your mind.
You're bringing.
You're always got something to say about Liverpool.
No, in the sense that you can see the impact of new signings. Voltemada. Who would have thought? I mean, I watched Voltemada before he comes to Newcastle, and I said, yeah, he's special. And in the right environment, he can definitely develop. Yeah. And look at this, his finish. The finish, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but he dinks it over the keeper. It's fantastic. Really, really good player. But fair play to Newcastle. That can kind of get rid of that curse, the 9-game curse.
No win away from home since April, Nick. How big a win mentally is that for Newcastle? I mean, as well as the 3 points, obviously.
It should be massive because for their sake, that could be sort of a barrier broken down in terms of not being able to pick up points away from home. I feel like it's a bit weird with Newcastle right now. And if you're watching Newcastle fan, let me know what you think in the comments, because I feel like they're in a bit of a limbo right now in terms of so last season they just about kind of pushed on and got Champions League football, but I wouldn't say it was a convincing run at the end for them to get Champions League football. In Champions League, they've actually been okay in some games. Gordon popping up with some goals, Barnes popping up with some goals, but they currently sit 11th with 18 points. So it's like not had the best start to the season. And in previous seasons, in the last time Eddie Howe got on Champions League football, in the following season when they had to balance both Champions League and Premier League football, they really struggled. And I just wonder if we're kind of seeing a bit of a repeat in that. But yeah, it's a good win for him. The signings, like you said there, Malik Chow especially, I think he's a massive talent. And I'm really surprised Milan let him go for only £30 million because I feel like you could see the talent.
They needed the money though.
Yeah.
I saw him. I saw Malik Chow play for Milan in Hong Kong over the summer when they beat Liverpool.
Oh yeah.
And I said, this kid,
you've got
something about him.
You said you'd like him at Liverpool.
Yeah, and then I was actually at the Newcastle game and he came on and made his debut and he was good then as well. I know obviously they lost the game in the end, but yeah. Really good signing, and I think over time you're going to see him, grow more in stature. That is a beautiful finish from Voltemada.
That's what I mean.
It is a great finish.
He's quality, man. Again, you talk about top recruitment. Voltemada,
done well,
by the way.
But look at this.
Voltemada,
of all the finishes that you would choose to do,
you know who else would do that finish?
Go on.
Nunes.
Yeah.
Unexpected.
Yeah,
what I mean is, in my opinion, 9 out of 10 strikers there smashed that hard and low past Pickford.
Right.
To go over him, it reminds me of the Brentford away goal. And I was at that game where Nunes is going through. And you're thinking, how have you done that?
Sorry, pause.
He's actually an underrated.
You're thinking of it too deep.
Because the thing is,
type of finish, it's like, wow,
okay, fairs, but I have seen Nunes just absolutely wallop any opportunities that falls in front. Like, I've seen him just smash it.
Yeah,
countless
more
times.
than he scored.
Yeah.
Way more.
But he's underrated technically. He has clangers, but he's got more technical ability than people think. Nunes.
I know, but
problem with him is just he was too instinctive. I think when he had a lot of time to think about things, sometimes it didn't quite go too well for him.
You mentioned him; he would have been great at Newcastle. There's certain players that I always feel they should have been. If they went to a different club, they would have obviously elevated the club itself in the sense of where they
Nunes.
Yeah.
What?
Nunes at Newcastle.
But better than Voltamada.
Darwizzy. Am I like the only one who just thinks he wasn't at the levels?
Nunes was just...
he wasn't at the levels. What are we having a conversation about?
I mean, I'll take it this way. You would love a Darwin Nunes at United right now. He would be better than your past 5 strikers you signed.
And only good if you can play a ball in front of him for him to chase.
Which striker have you signed out of the last 5 years better than him?
What world would he...
Which striker have you signed in the past 5 years that's better than Darwin Nunes?
Sesko's a better player than
Sesko doesn't even play.
my God.
This guy doesn't even
Darwin
play.
Nunes, Premier League champion, by the way.
Played for a Liverpool. Hold on. Darwin Nunes played for a Liverpool team that won the league, and he still looked, let's be honest, pretty poor.
Okay, so how is Sesko better than him when he's getting last-minute winners against Brentford away?
There's a reason why Newcastle went and got Voltamada instead of Sesko.
There is a reason why Darwin Nunes is in Saudi Arabia at the moment. What are we doing here, guys?
Money.
He'd be a good signing for Newcastle.
I'm picking Nunes over Sesko.
Other players, if it had with Ekitike, if Ekitike went to Newcastle at that time, I feel like Newcastle would have done a lot better as well.
Well, yeah, he's a good player.
Do you know what I mean?
He's a top player.
I just feel like they're just 1 or 2 players away from elevating themselves and bringing themselves up in the Champions League as well as the Premier League. But no, good for Eddie Howe. Great result away from home. I don't know who they got in the next couple run-ups of the game.
The thing with Newcastle, I think they've been really screwed in the summer. I think the reason why they started off so poor is you see the wind in their sails just taken out. The job Eddie Howe's done to get them the places they finished the past 3 seasons, and then PSR to just come in and say, listen, mate, you're not going any further. You're not going to be able to invest. You're going to get bullied by Liverpool. They're going to take Ekitike off your hands. They're then going to go and take Isak off your hands.
And then
you're
come
going
and
to
beat
be
you.
scampering around the last second
minute.
in the transfer window. The last 3 weeks, they decide, okay, now we need to sign some players. Now we need to move. Like, they got completely screwed. They should, with the financial position they're in, with the movement they're building, should have been able to compete with these other sides. And the fact that PSR has screwed them and said, no, you can't. That sends a wave down the entire club.
That is also on them.
But they
like,
should. No, but it was brought in. No, it was brought in. It was brought. Yeah, but it was brought in because they were scared that they were gonna topple the big 4, 5, 6. That's why PSR was brought in to stop anyone from getting in, and that has completely taken the wind out of their sails. Off the pitch, that carries forward onto the pitch as well.
Who was the players? It was Anderson, losing Anderson to Forest, isn't it?
Yeah, they didn't want to sell him.
But if you're a player there, you're thinking like, where do we have to go as a ceiling here? If you're a Bruno Guimaraes, who's very loyal at Newcastle right now, he's very loved by the fans. He's loving the movement they're on. He's loving the project, and then you're like, okay, what top players are we going to bring in to add to this, to get ourselves 1, 2, 3 places higher in the table, to challenge for the league? And you're not bringing them in, then it's going to demotivate the rest of the squad.
Quickly, last 15 minutes of the show, I want your score predictions, please, for tomorrow's games. I mean, I don't think in Premier League history there's ever been 5 games
it's weird times.
that kick off at 12, 3 kick off at 2:05. And one's obviously at 4:30, which is the biggest one of the day. But Palace, Man United, that one kicks off at 12 because of Palace's involvement in the Conference League against Strasbourg. As the United fan, give us a score prediction.
I was there at Everton. It was spineless. It was really spineless.
Good.
I'm never going to predict us to lose, so I'm going to say 1-1. But yeah, it's not looking good.
If you had a Nunes, it could have been 2-1.
2-1.
He had a
Great
Nunes.
shout.
He had Nunes.
Oh,
Nunes, bro. I was
Darwin
screaming
Nunes
all
up
the
against
time.
Mark Gahey and such.
Did he score against him? Maybe
did.
not. Score predictions then. 1-1. James, what do you reckon? As we know, very tough place to go. But 12 o'clock, I mean, the players, they're going to be eating breakfast. I mean, at normal time that everyone else eats breakfast. But this is a pasta at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Chicken pasta.
It is, but I mean, come on, man. 12:30 kickoffs aren't anything out of the blue usually.
This is 12.
Yeah, 30 minutes. 30
It makes a difference.
It makes a
30
difference.
minutes. I think I'm looking at a Desmond Tutu.
This guy's you playing Hackney Marshes tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Game's got cancelled. But yeah, exactly, mate. If I can play at Hackney Marshes on a 9 a.m, then professional
he's eating
footballers
pasta
can
at
play
6 a.m. Let alone 9.
Yeah, exactly. I'm playing without a meal most of the time. So listen, you know what I mean. I think
from last night.
I think it will be. I think it'll be 2-2.
I'm gonna go draw. I think this has got, especially because of the time. I think it's a 1-1.
The time,
game.
yeah. I think for Crystal Palace wise, it's a bit of a struggle for them. But to be honest, Man United should win because they've had the whole week to prepare.
Right.
Because they have no European
Like every
games.
week.
Every week.
Like every week.
Exactly.
Grant.
But they still struggle. I don't know why. Ask Nick. I'm going with a Crystal Palace win. 2-1.
You know when he does this bad mind thing? That's the exact face I do when he does that. But then 9 times out of 10, bro, he's right.
I'm
It's
right.
Really annoying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what can I
Really
say,
annoying,
bro? I'm sat in like
Yeah,
12th
man can't say
while
nothing,
he's top
man.
of the table.
You can't say nothing right now.
Yeah,
Can't
it's
chat.
pain. It's pain.
Next up, Aston Villa Wolves 2:05. This one.
Villa hitting form.
Yeah.
Start of the season, I've never like in terms of you see Liverpool with their flip. It's been the opposite for Villa.
Yep.
Started really bad, took off. I'm gonna go fairly straightforward win for Villa, 3-1.
3-1. I like that.
Yeah.
Mate,
They were poor though. I have to say, man, they were poor last
Europe.
week.
That's a derby,
They were
isn't
poor
it?
last week against us. Not just to say that I thought they were very poor. If you ask a lot
They
of Villa
actually
fans,
were.
they said that
They
was their
were.
worst performance of the season so far. The fact that we were able to control the ball against them, I mean, that really says something, doesn't it now? But Wolves are even poorer. So I think it's going to be... This has got a 2-1 written all over it.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit easier than that for Villa. I'm going to go 3-1. Again, if you look at Wolves, they've lost the last 5. Villa have won the last 4.
Look at all the L's.
As well. You got your
I'll
score prediction?
I'll go Villa 3-0.
3-0.
Yeah, clean sheet for them.
Birmingham derby, mate.
Yeah,
Midlands
derby.
Forest Brighton.
Forest Brighton.
And again, a
Forest
massive
at
win
home.
that for Forest in the week,
Forest
wasn't
win,
it, against
I reckon,
Malmo.
Big game.
Forest win.
I mean, they've scored 6 without conceding a goal in the last 2
Yeah.
against Malmo and Liverpool. And then obviously they'd beat Leeds 3-1 as well.
Yeah, they were
And
on a
got a
high.
good draw against United.
They're in a good place right now. I'll say Nottingham Forest 2-0.
2-0. Yeah.
I'll go just because Brighton I think will score. I'll go 2-1.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go 2-1. I like that.
I like the 3-0 Forest. I think
Ooh,
Forest are
big
really
win.
good.
They're doing
They
really well.
have the quality in their side. Like they have so much.
The
quality
table is
going
lying
forward.
a little bit here.
It
with-
is
with their
because of the
16th
managerial
position, yeah.
merry-go-round they had. Now they've got some stability there. They are playing good football, and it's no surprise
How big
because
is that
look at their
Adidas
front
logo,
three.
by the way.
Yeah,
Is
that'll
that
be
just
fun.
me?
It's a knockoff.
Gibbs White.
It's like the designer's gone and just...
That's a Wembley market
Yeah,
job.
yeah.
That's a Wembley
Shepherd's
market.
Bush.
Oh,
no,
they
I
added
thought
us
so.
one.
instead of 3, I think. West Ham Liverpool. I'm going to this game, people. Right? I don't know why.
There we go.
I would have much preferred to just watch it in bed in Liverpool.
Ham.
But I've got to go. I've got to back the boys. Do I think Liverpool win this game? If I'm really honest, no.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Okay.
That's
I
the
could
level
see
I'm
I
at.
could see a West Ham win. I really could.
Yeah.
I hope
Like
not.
I just think. I mean, I don't know, but off the back of a 4-1 PSV defeat, that was huge. That was huge. West Ham picking up a bit of form, unbeaten in the last 3. 3-1 against Newcastle, 3-2 Burnley, 2-2 Bournemouth.
Yeah.
I'll go 2-1 West Ham. Why not?
Okay.
Man, I certainly hope not, mate. I mean, if the only saving grace for you, I mean, listen, mate, if they win that game and we come up against them next week, we're definitely losing, so we'll be even more screwed.
I think if Slot loses tomorrow and Leeds, and obviously we've got Sunderland in between that as
Yeah.
well.
His job might be off, isn't it?
Oh, mate. I mean, listen, the only saving
Imagine
grace for
that.
you is you probably won't see much of the football in that stadium anyway, so you'll be all right.
Here as well.
Yeah. So you'll be
binoculars.
all right, mate. I think you can leave your
Cross-eyed.
binoculars at home for that game tomorrow because it's not going to be a pretty one. But West Ham are so susceptible back there that I know Liverpool have been poor, but you do have individual quality, and they are
The
going to
record
give
there
you.
is brilliant as well.
They are going to.
Liverpool's
They are
record
going to
there.
give you chances, And it's a matter of
We're
whether
going to
you
give
take
them chances, though.
You are, but who has more quality out of the two sides?
Yeah,
Somerville's good, but listen, I don't
many
think it's going to
times.
be a pretty game. And maybe I'm saying it blindly out of hope as well, but I think you will beat him. I'll go like 3-1.
Oh, I'd love that. Qualms. Here we go.
Alex. You know what I'm
When
gonna
he
go
says
for?
Alex.
I'm actually going to go. I agree with what James said in the sense of as much as I'd love it Liverpool to lose, I actually think that they're going to win tomorrow just based on the pressure that they're currently on right now. Obviously, especially with the Champions League loss. And then Arne Slot. I've been listening to him. He's saying that he's confused. He's confused.com. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, he's perplexed.
Why this has happened.
And like we said, I think it is to do with the players are letting him down. The system is kind of there in place. It's just the players are not performing as they should. The new signings, your Kirkes, etc. Obviously, it's a shame Frimpong's injured, and then that drags Szoboszlai out of position. Szoboszlai's been like your best player. I reckon he'll stand up again tomorrow and he'll score. Salah will also need to step up tomorrow. So
I don't think Salah starts this. I mean, I wouldn't.
You don't want to start
I've been
him.
very vocal on.
I think
the
he's done
need
a
to
video
drop
or something
Salah.
on it. I think he said something about Salah. Or
Bro, I said drop
Yeah.
Gakpo, drop Salah.
Yeah.
At this stage, what do we actually have to lose?
Yeah.
You know, I need to see new energy. I need to see.
Who would you play front three?
Again, he won't do this, but this is what I would do. I'm going, and you might laugh.
No.
Rio,
Yeah.
Ekitike, and Chiesa.
Yeah. Chiesa, 100%.
Can
Chiesa,
Ekitike play?
100%.
I know he had a little
Yeah,
back
he's
issue,
fine.
so is
He's
he
ready
in
to.
contain-
Apparently, Wirtz is back as well for this.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Chiesa,
Alisson's
100%.
Yeah.
You need players like Chiesa.
We said all of this though against Forest last week, and look what happened. I
3-0,
mean,
yeah.
46,000 of you beat Robbie
Yeah.
on the final stand. There's a lot of you standing.
But yeah, no, I'm going with Liverpool win 3-1. They need
3-1.
it. Yeah,
See,
you don't need it. See? I'm not that bad.
I would love a 3-1, mate. Last season we won there 5-0. Season before that, my brother's a West Ham fan. I took him, and it's 2-2, and Klopp and Salah were arguing on the touchline.
Oh, yeah.
So what's going on down there? I was like, I don't know, man.
Klopp's farewell tour gone wrong.
Do you know what?
Sitting 13th though, you need a win.
I like the 3-1,
Mm.
but and you know Liverpool created the most chances in the Premier League this season. Could you believe that?
Doesn't
I'm not
surprise me.
surprised. I'm not surprised.
Doesn't reflect on in the table. though,
No,
does
it doesn't.
I mean, I'll go 2-1 Liverpool.
Mm.
My confidence
That
is shot
sounded
right
so-
now. No, it's sad.
that
It's
sounded-
sad. It's sad 2-1.
But
Sound
you
like
need
me.
to
It's
you
sad
need
to
to
win,
win
bro.
because
No, I'm not that bad.
if you're not careful, let's say
Yeah, no.
let's say Fulham get a result tonight against Spurs, you're gonna end up, you know what I mean, and you don't get a good result.
No, it has to be a win, man.
No,
know what I mean?
don't be putting that in the ethos as well, mate. Those are
could
two
get dragged
sides
down,
that I need
mate.
losing. Don't be putting that
You
in
get
there.
dragged down.
I
Into
need
the
this,
And
atmosphere,
you've
by the
got-
way.
you-
I need a bit
Look,
of this tomorrow,
and then
Alex,
you've got
Big Al,
you've
Has he
got
scored
Sunderland
No.
next. They got Sunderland next.
who have just on the back of that win.
Leeds, Inter Milan, and Brighton. That Sunderland game, mate, at Anfield.
On the,
That one, I
Right.
would say that Liverpool
Slot
lose
could be in
because Sunderland will be
trouble,
on it.
bro. He
Yeah.
could be in trouble. But what I will say though about this whole slot thing is like the signings have massively let him down.
Yeah,
And like it's not like there's not talent there. You know what I mean? Like you're talking about Isak and Wirtz here.
yeah.
And you said that Isak still scored in the Premier League. That's insane.
I
It
know.
is.
And he's also
Coming
done
up to
himself in with
December.
the preseason stuff, not being
Yeah,
ready to go,
not
the
training.
injuries he picks up.
Yeah,
Wirtz needs to like settle in, but it's just like,
But,
mate,
that's what I'm saying. At this stage, man, we've got to play. I mean, Kesa came on the other night
Yeah.
and did more than all three of them combined, and
Yeah.
he was only on for 10 minutes.
He's
he
the
gets
one.
shots away, he does the
Yeah.
step over, gets a yard. And
works hard as well.
he's
Yeah.
such a hard worker.
he's your Dirk Kite.
yeah,
Dirk
maybe.
Kuyt. Yeah,
probably probably
quality.
quicker, I'd
Yeah.
say. Kaut was just your Trojan workhorse, wasn't
Yeah,
he? He was
well, you
just-
need that. Liverpool
need it,
need
bro.
that in their DNA.
By the way, pick one. We've given you Nunes and Sesko. 70% pick Nunes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
you
God.
lot-
We love
Bro,
it.
Thank you.
I mean,
Anyway.
listen, mate,
You
if
know
you're
me,
backing
at least you
Sesko
lot
so
know.
much, why is he not even playing then?
Oh,
He's
should
injured,
have
brother.
challenged
He's
him.
He's
injured.
always injured.
He is injured.
paper
bro. What do you mean
mache.
He is injured.
He's like one
Yeah,
of them
but he's a
paper mache.
bench player, man. He's a
calm,
bench
I won't
player.
lie. It's calm.
He's
I
a
won't
bench
lie.
player. I'd rather have Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Arnie shot to bits, says Red
Ooh,
5 in the
like that one.
chat. David T says, also, if we are going to, if we are losing to this same Everton with all of our best players, what happens tomorrow? Or when Ahmad and Mbeumo go to the AFCON, end of season. Very pessimistic United fan there, Dave. Ryan Glasgow says, people need to stop the Salah hate. A Man United fan was trying to say that Saka was more technical than prime Salah.
Yeah.
Not true. Salah was scoring the types of goals. Henry was, I agree with that. He was winning Puskas awards. He was.
That one was
He's not doing it. He's not doing that.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Salah
Low
scored
bar
some,
that year.
He scored some. No. It wasn't a low bar. I don't know what was going on there. It was some good goals that year. I don't know how.
Bro, I mean, it's the only
Salah
one.
didn't even win the Premier League
But
goal of the
how
month.
many awards should he have won that he hasn't? So you got to give him a little.
I know, but like the Ronaldo bicycle against Juventus was the same season.
Yeah, that's mad.
What are we doing here?
Yeah,
And the
mad.
Gareth Bale bicycle.
Gareth Bale, yeah,
What are we doing
come
here?
on,
Do you know what I mean? Like,
That was some-
that's a
you
bit-
can't beat them.
One, mate.
You
Oh
can't beat
my
them
God.
goals.
Oh yeah.
Shocker.
Let's talk about Arsenal. Let's talk about
Christ.
Arsenal.
That was a
Why am I
curious
talking about
monster.
Arsenal?
Last
Saturday.
5 minutes
Hey,
then.
let's talk
Chelsea,
about Arsenal.
4:30.
Come on.
Arsenal, Chelsea don't have the best record when the Gunners come to the Bridge in recent times. I think the last time they beat Arsenal at the Bridge, Sarri was the manager.
2018.
2018.
Kenny
He
was
loved
saying
a
before the
cigarette
show.
on the touchline, didn't he?
Lovely
I mean,
in the
Arsenal come
touchline.
here
Wasn't
with
it
big.
Sorry, wasn't it the filters?
Yeah, it was
Yeah, it was
just-
the filters, wasn't
because he
it?
wasn't
Yeah,
allowed,
yeah,
so
yeah.
he just had to filter it up. But look, Chelsea's record: 5 wins in 6. Arsenal 5 wins in 6 as well. And Chelsea do have a chance here. I mean, we've heard what Matisse has said throughout the week. If they win this, then they're in a title race. But
I
if
thought
they
they were in the
lose
title
it,
race
they're
last
out
week.
of the title race. So, as an Arsenal fan, how do you feel about this game?
Look, very confident. Obviously, got after what's happened the last 7 days or so, seeing off Spurs and then Bayern Munich. I'm looking forward to it. It's a good challenge. I know people are kind of focusing on the midfield battle of Rice and Caicedo, but it's not about that. And I just want the players, especially Declan Rice and Zubimendi, not to get too entranced with that and think about the team. But I know Arteta's got them drilled. He will have them drilled for the game. And he's usually one step ahead of Maresca in terms of how he sets up his team. It is going to be a lot more fast-paced in terms of transitional play. We just need to make sure that we kind of dominate possession and control it in waves. Because if we allow Stamford Bridge to get behind the Chelsea boys, especially if Palmer features,
Looking like he's going to
looking
start
like,
the game.
Yeah. But I'm not really worried about him. I'm not really worried about Chelsea in general. There's no disrespect. It's just you guys. I've always said it. You guys have got
Little bit of disrespect.
more weaknesses. No, it's not even disrespect. Yeah, World Club champions, whatever. But they've got so many weaknesses that we can exploit. And I just feel like tomorrow, whether it be their goalkeeper, whether it be even their centre backs, Cucurella obviously will do well against Saka. That'll be a nice battle. But I just think that we've got too much going forward. And I've been saying this for the last couple of weeks. I just feel like this is the season for us. So, yeah, be a good challenge. It's not a write-off kind of game because obviously Chelsea are still behind us, but it'll be a great way to kind of set the standard or send a message to everyone else and say, yeah, we are here. We ain't going nowhere. We're staying at that top.
I think we've, as rival fans, been looking forward to this game for probably a month. When you think about how much conversation there is around Rice and Caicedo, this battle, which actually it's more like Zubimendi and Caicedo and Enzo and Rice, I think.
Thank you.
Yeah,
you're right.
So
the 8s and the 6s.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, Rice was very complimentary about him the other day. We've asked you in the chat who wins this game. 48% go Chelsea.
Wow.
Draw 16%, Arsenal 36%. We've only got 45 votes on the board there.
Come on,
2
people.
minutes,
What's
but-
wrong with you? Like?
But
Are you not watching this?
when this game, will it tell us who is a title challenger to Arsenal?
Chelsea are not title challengers.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Even
know
if they win tomorrow.
I mean,
Champions of the world.
thing is, even for the next 4 years apparently. Look, if they go on and beat Chelsea, or beat Arsenal, yes, that's a massive momentum swing, etc., etc. But I just think there's too many young, raw players here for the level of consistency that they need to go on an actual. Because listen, we're like 11, 12 games in, 13 games?
13,
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like 38 games.
Yeah.
Arsenal now have the consistency in terms of their quality, more mature players, and you look at their centre backs as well. That's just it's not a good enough defence to go on and get Chelsea back into a title charge. Like I said earlier, I'll say it again. Even if Arsenal do slip up at some point, there is no one that I see that is ready to step up, and Chelsea falls into that category. They'll be top 4, but they're not pushing for the title.
Yeah, the votes have
that's
actually swung the other way now. So Arsenal 50% will win, Chelsea
Thank
37.
Thank you, people.
James, can I get a score prediction for this game, mate?
Oh, I think Chelsea have been really underrated this season in patches. I actually really do like the football they've been playing recently. I love their squad, but Arsenal, this is their year. They're too strong. They've got too good defensively, too much going forward. I think it's going to be an exciting game. I'm going to go 3-2 2. I think it's going to be a late one.
You think they concede 2?
It's going to be an exciting one, man.
It will.
Right.
Battle of the Bridge.
Battle of the Bridge.
Battle of the Bridge.
Super chat here from LS. Oh, my word.
What's he saying?
My word, I almost got baited there.
Oh, you did.
Almost. 'Cause I read it.
Almost.
That is. Come on.
Almost.
That's mad. What are you doing with it?
Yeah,
What are we doing
You're
here?
cheeky.
You're not internet ready, yeah?
Yeah,
You're
internet
24 hours.
ready.
Right, stepping back better than Virgil van Dijk this season. There.
Personally, for me, any Liverpool player who scores tomorrow and celebrates is a PRICK, because we should be focusing on winning a lot of games instead of running down the corner flag and drop Salah. I agree.
Yeah.
Right. The Tottenham Fulham game has just kicked off in North London. Quickly, score predictions for that, and then we're done.
Spurs are really poor at home. A bit on the fence. I'm gonna go 1-1.
1-1.
I think
Yeah,
Fulham
Spurs
will,
at home. Awful
Fulham
record.
will cause an upset tonight. I think it's going to be 2-1.
He says it with such certainty. doesn't
No,
he?
but it's true. But most
Come
of the
on,
things
man.
I've
No,
been
if
calling
you-
have been
if you're getting
right.
all
He
of
has
these
been-
right,
he
don't
has
be
been
putting this in
calling
the
I've been calling
atmosphere,
most
man.
of them right, and then obviously you didn't get my Arsenal, and Arsenal, I think we're going to get a clean sheet. 3.
Do you? I think Chelsea will score.
Nah. I think defensively will be 2. Look at the way we move our position. Come on. Why are people waking up?
But
No.
I hear what you're saying, but look,
Come
you
on,
conceded
man.
a few recently, right? So
Yeah,
you
we've conceded
against,
a few more.
Sunderland, against Bayern, against the Spurs one was a bit of an anomaly, but still.
All right,
And
3-1
Chelsea
then.
do create a lot of chances. I'm actually going for a 2-2 draw.
Nah.
Despite what I said about Arsenal going, I think Arsenal will
Would
go and
Arsenal
win the
take
league.
that?
Nah,
If you're
I'm not
no.
taking a draw.
It's
We are
not-
winning
it's
at the
fine.
bridge. We're winning
Yeah,
at the
either
bridge.
way.
If you want to win the title, you have to go to those places and win.
Not necessarily.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
You know what? In a season where it's the old Man City, the old Liverpool, I'd agree with you. This season, I think you're fine with a draw.
No, I don't want to draw.
No, they need to win.
That's
This
Man
is-
United
this is-
No,
standards.
that's where
I
the
don't want
pressure
to
starts
win.
to creep
Okay,
in.
this is for me a season where 82 to 85 points wins you the league. You don't need a 90 plus.
I want a 90 point. I want
I
to.
know,
I
but
want to
I'm
blow it out of the
saying
park,
you don't
bro. I ain't got
need
no
it. I'm saying
time.
Under Sir Alex, were you going into this game in the same position they're in? When you hadn't won the league for 2 years, you had that patch there. Are you going into this kind of game saying,
draw.
I'm happy with a draw?
No.
No, you're damn right
Look
you're
at that
not.
Man
If
United
you want to win league
mentality.
titles, you
It's
have
not
to
Amarin
go into
mentality.
this game for a
We're
We're
win.
going for a win. We're going to the bridge. We're going to win, bro. We don't lose to Chelsea in London derbies. I say it with my chest.
Okay.
Yeah?
All
I say it with
right.
my
No,
chest.
I like
You can't
it.
say nothing now. Look, week
Exactly.
after week, people, he's been trying to get me. It
No,
doesn't
you've
work.
been trying to get me. And you have been, to be fair, successfully. But no, I like it when people put the chest on it, because then.
Because we are superior. We are the superior team.
Okay, I'm
This-
looking
we
forward
are
to
the
seeing
superior
Matisse
team,
and Robbie
Mistakes.
after this game on Monday as
Yeah,
well.
man,
By the
I'm
way,
ready. I'll be there
right,
as well.
boys, that's a nice show. That we've,
Yes.
we've got through everything. We've predicted and previewed everything that is happening tomorrow. Smash that like button on the way out. Just a quick reminder: Rocket Mobile is our friend for this show. It's our sponsor for the show. We've teamed up with them, right? Because it is the mobile phone plan for football fans. You actually missed this, right, when you came in.
You don't want to miss this.
Yeah.
Unlimited
want it.
calls, James. Texts, data,
Give it to me.
20 gig of roaming to use in the EU. Guess how much that will cost you, mate?
How much?
Well, guess.
Yes, yeah, go,
What?
A month.
For a month?
Yeah.
Unlimited?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how
Go
phone-
through it. Go
phone-
through it again. Re-up. I want to hear that again.
Unlimited
to me.
calls, texts and data, 20 gig of roaming data to use when you're away
Mate,
as well.
That's at least, that's a good 40, 50.
16 quid, mate.
Would you look at that?
16.
I might even do this myself.
Yeah, we should
I'm
all
paying
do it.
53 quid a month.
I'm paying 50 quid a month.
And we got this.
16.
All full of it.
What did I say? What did I say?
Kenny
Come on, man, I need to stick some bets on.
You do.
It's a
A
deflection
lot
as well,
of
it's a
goals
deflection.
today.
Every week.
How many?
Well,
early
I need
goals?
that data plan because I'm going to be roaming out of this country if this
Ooh.
game stays the way
Very
this
good,
is.
very good, very good. So,
Bars.
16 quid a month. There's perks, there's content, there's other prizes when you make the switch. So scan that QR code and hit that link now to learn more about this incredible deal from Rocket. Just quickly,
And it was
it's
a rocket of a
poor
strike.
defending. It's poor. How far?
What's he
Pogba.
done? Oh, my days.
Tottenham,
Oh,
Tottenham.
come on,
So
Totty.
excited.
Oh, look, Harry
That
Craig
pass.
tries all he does and then it's just let down.
Is that
Oh.
Is that come off your doggy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no way you
Oh
can
my
disallow that.
days.
That's going to stand all day
Oh,
long.
that's poor, even from the keeper.
What are they checking? Are they checking
No,
it?
nothing.
Oh, right.
No, I take it back. West Ham are going to beat you.
Oh, yo.
We're screwed, man. If Tottenham can't even do a job against Fulham.
3 minutes in, mate. This is
Love to
this is
see
a
it.
tough one there for Spurs to turn around.
Love to see it.
Right, brilliant show that. Really good. Big up
thank
to
you.
James. Big up to Nick. Big up to Qualms with the
Yes.
arms each and every
Yes,
time.
yes.
Right, I've been AGT. You've been you. Right, brilliant audience. Smash the like button. Get your comments in. Subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already. Trust me, a very good time to, with all of the Christmas fixtures coming thick and fast.
Yeah.
This has been the Saturday Football Show. We'll see you next week. Take care.